Welcome back. In this video, we're going to cover how to create a networking plan.
Finally.
Finally, time to make a plan. All right, so step number 1, find people. Let's not stand in the subway and say, hello, is anybody here? No. So how do we find people?
Well, have you already gone through the list of people you already know?
All right, so we've done that. We've gone to Facebook. We've looked at that. People that I'm in school with, is you're a student, so you have instructors and other classmates.
So we've worked through that list. So now we need new people.
New people.
New
All
people
right.
in our net process. No,
So
fresh blood.
I think probably the first place to start is by identifying a company that you would like to work for.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
So let's pick Google.
Oh, let's work for Google.
Let's
we get
go
to
work
live in
for
San
Google.
Francisco.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? And get paid really well. And oh, that's the
dream.
dream. All right, so we've identified a great company. This is where we'd like to work. So, but I don't personally know anybody that works at Google. How about you?
No.
Nobody.
Sadly, no.
Sadly, no. So
I know someone who drove by it once.
Did they take a picture?
Yes.
Because I think
It was on Facebook.
It was on Facebook. So once we've identified the company, then I think the next thing to do is identify the hiring manager, the HR department. But also, you know, search the company's website, become familiar with their mission and the kinds of jobs that they offer. You know, and think about creatively, how do you fit into these jobs? One way that you can search on LinkedIn is by the company, because everybody, when they make a LinkedIn profile, says, this is a company I work for. So you can have immediate access to all kinds of people who work for Google and see what they do and what their position is. And you can reach out to them. As a student, you're often granted, you know, a little leeway with reaching out.
Yeah, when you reach out, make sure you identify that you're a student. Hi, my name's Heather Merrick. I'm currently a student at Bryan University, and I was interested in learning more about your company and what you do. And people, I would say everyone's been a student at some point.
That's right. Hey, you know, here's what I did. Here's how I ended up at Google. You know, here's some classes that you need to take, here's some things that you need to focus on, here's some certifications that you can get that would make you a really good candidate for Google. And people are willing to share that, particularly if their job is very secure.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to get their job.
Yeah, no, people are flattered when you want to learn more about them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They worked hard to get where they're at, and they want to share it. And if they can make your road a little easier, people are usually pretty happy to do that.
Another thing that LinkedIn will offer you is if you're looking at a personal profile, it'll tell you what professional associations these people have.
Ooh, good point, Joan.
So take a look at it and say, oh, well, I'm noticing that everybody who has the particular job that I'm looking for belongs to this association. Well, then it would be in your best interest to look at that association and consider joining them.
Yeah, and where can you find out about these associations? Well, looking at LinkedIn is great. You know, look at people and what they're doing. But also, I put together a Word document that contains all the professional associations that I recommend for your discipline. So check that out.
Absolutely. Heather's already done the work for you, so take a look. And as a student, you know, as we mentioned before, oftentimes those professional associations have a reduced rate to join.
Yes.
So take advantage of that and get active in them.
And some of them are free.
This is true. Some are free.
Even better.
Even better.
But what can I really get from this association? I mean, why do people join these things to begin with?
Well, because this is where you meet new people. People who are not currently in your network. And people who have shared interests with you. And a shared education. So when you join, it's not just enough to send them their $35 and say, hey, I'd like to join. They'll send you a journal, and they'll be very happy with your $35. But if you want to get the most out of these professional associations, you need to contribute. You need to participate. Right?
And it's not just a face-to-face thing. There's online forums that are very active.
Absolutely.
A lot of times they'll have virtual conferences for different associations. And then, of course, they'll set you up with people that are face-to-face. Depending on where you live, there might be a chapter of that organization that already meets in your area.
Right.
And they're people dedicated to the profession that you want to get into.
Yep.
So they're good people to do informational interviews with.
Right. And to pick their brains. how did you get where you are? What did you do? What steps did you take? And once you recognize those steps, then you have a plan in place. You have an idea of what you need to do. So, be sure to state your needs and contribute.
Yeah. So that's how you build new relationships. Now, just kind of touching back to the old relationships, when you get on your Facebook or your LinkedIn account, or maybe just your group at church, are you getting the message out there that you're someone in, let's say, the fitness industry who's looking for another professional in the fitness industry? How are you working the angle of places that you already go to?
Right. And while we're on that subject, let's clean them up.
Yeah.
Make them professional. You don't want your Facebook to be the place where it's your unprofessional self, because people will Google you, and they want to see that you are a professional individual. Before they make associations with you, it would not be uncommon for them to do a little research and see exactly who you are. So make sure that all of your networks, social and professional, are professional.
Yeah, think about what they're saying about you. If all that you have are pictures posted of you doing risky behavioral things with your friends,
Right.
then this person, although might be an incredible employee, all you're saying about yourself out there in the virtual realm is that you're not responsible. So think about those things. Also, if you're let's just do fitness again. So let's say you're going to be a fitness professional. Are you posting things about fitness? Like, are you posting things that are related to nutrition or weightlifting or health? Like, what can I learn about you if I went to your page? If all I learn about you is that you have a really cute daughter, which might be great, just make sure it's balanced in some way.
Absolutely. So, again, just to kind of go over the plan, identify the people you know, and stretch yourself and meet new people, and do that by joining some associations and by reaching out to others that are in the field where you want to be.
And be your authentic self. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to fake it till you make it, as they say.
Right.
Because then you're going to be miserable because you're not actually going to be doing something you want to do. Reach out to people that match, who welcome your type of person, your brand.
Exactly. Be sure to be professional and to say thank you.
Oh yes, thank you can go such a long way. You're asking people for their time.
And their advice. And, even if you're not going to follow it, be polite and accepting of it, and always say thank you.
Yeah, that's a great point, Joan, that you bring up, is if you disagree with someone saying, you don't have to, there's no reason to get into it.
That's right. You can always say, thank you for that idea, I will take it under consideration. And
thank you for that interesting idea.
Exactly.
And then leave it at the door as they walk out. They don't have to know that.
They don't.
They still gave you their time, and maybe you got something else out of it.
That's right. Absolutely. All right. So I think we've covered creating a plan pretty well.
Yeah, you're going through the old, you're investigating the new, and then you're making sure you're putting your best professional self forward.
Right. All right. In the next video, we're going to review all of networking.
Ooh.